Hey guys, so welcome to the YouTube channel Let's Crack NEET PG, where you have the top educators, quality content, and you guys are assured a great learning experience. I'm your educator, Chetanya Mittal, and I hope you guys have downloaded the Unacademy Learning app. There are some exciting offers going on with my referral code Chetanya10, and you guys can utilize this referral code to take a subscription. At the end of this video, I'll be telling you more about the Unacademy program and what are the various batches and the offers that we are running. Okay, so we have an iconic subscription and we have a plus subscription and we have some great offers for both of them. So we have a 12 plus 2 on the plus subscription and also a 3 plus 1 offer. So let's first begin with today's topic, and then at the end of today's video, I'll be telling you about all these offers and all about the Unacademy program. So this is the Anatomy Mnemonic series, and I want you guys to be able to memorize the length of some anatomy structures. And please remember, this is mainly for those students who are there in the first prof. Okay. The reason is that I'll tell you why I'm going to be discussing this topic. So yeah, let's come to it. We're going to be discussing the length of certain anatomy structures, and why this topic is important is because I'll tell you a true experience, guys. What happened was one of my friends, it was his anatomy viva going on, right? And the examiner asked him, what is the length of the spinal cord? Okay. What is the length of the spinal cord? So he said 45 centimeters, and that's absolutely correct. Now, the follow up question was, which other structures in the body, which other structures in the body are 45 centimeters, right? So that is something that does not come to anyone's mind instantaneously, right? Obviously, it does not come to anyone's mind instantaneously. So let's have a look at what are those various structures that the examiner was looking for. Okay, so these are a few structures which are 45 centimeters in length. Okay, so 45 centimeters, whenever you are thinking about it, let's quickly just convert it to inches. Okay, 45 centimeters is equal to 18 inches. So just think to yourself, what structures can you think apart from the spinal cord? So spinal cord is definitely 45 centimeters. That is one thing you have in there. Okay. Now just imagine that there is a circle and the radius of that circle is 45 centimeter. The radius of that circle is 45 centimeter. So let's say first here you have the spinal cord. Let's say first here you have the spinal cord. Okay. Let's say this is the spinal cord. So what are the other structures that are going to fit in here? First of all, you can fit in a bone here. You can fit in a bone here. And which bone is this? This bone is your femur bone. This bone is your femur bone. So second structure that is 45 centimeters in length is femur. Third structure that I want you guys to remember. So this is an adult femur, of course, right? For a person who is an adult. And next structure that you guys can fit in here is this structure, right? And you can make out that this is a beaded sort of a structure. So this is basically your thoracic duct. This is your thoracic duct. It is also almost 45 centimeters in length. Okay, similar to the spinal cord. Then after that, the muscle that is there called is the sartorius muscle. Okay, so sartorius muscle, it's present in the leg. So again, femur is 45 centimeters. So sartorius as a muscle is also 45 centimeters. Again, of course, we're talking about a adult, है ना? So let's draw a muscle like this, right? So I will write femur and sartorius here only. Okay, I won't write plus femur and sartorius. Okay, right, femur and sartorius, Taylor's muscle, है ना? So apart from that, from the testes, if you see the vas difference or the ductus difference, even though you might feel it's not this long, but it is. It passes through the inguinal canal and everything. So let's make the testes, and from the testes, let's say this is the vas difference. So I'm writing in blue vas difference. That's one more structure. And apart from that, other structures that are 45 centimeters, we've covered most of the things. Transverse colon is going to be there, and then you're going to have the umbilical cord. Two more structures, transverse colon and the umbilical cord. So I think we can make the transverse colon like this. So I'll just write here quickly, transverse colon. And last structure that I'm going to make is umbilical cord. Okay, so how will we make the umbilical cord? Making it like this. Yeah, although this is not a very good representation of the umbilical cord.
So two cords, spinal cord and the umbilical cord. Okay, that is the structures that are 18 inches in length. 18 inches in length. Now, next thing that is sometimes asked is 15 inch. Now, this is slightly important because this is related to the constrictions of the esophagus. This is related to the constrictions of the esophagus from the upper end of the central incisors. So, the mnemonic there is 6, 9, 11, 15. This is the first constriction, second, third, and fourth. So, 15 inches is the distance from the upper end of the incisors to the end of the esophagus. So that is approximately 37.5 centimeters. So that's the next thing that you can keep in your mind. After that, so apart from the set of structures which are 45 centimeters in length, there are 3 or 4 structures which are also 25 centimeter in length. So 25 centimeters is equal to 10 inches. There are only 4 structures, not a lot of structures. Okay, so if you guys know 10 inches, a very important structure that you probably recall is the duodenum. Okay, and you all know first part of duodenum, second part, right? So it is having 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 1 arrangement. Hai na? First part is 2 inches, second part is 3 inches, third part is 4 inches, and the last part is 1 inch. Okay, so apart from duodenum, you have the esophagus, right? We just discussed that from the upper end of the incisors, you are going to have 15 inches, but otherwise the length of the esophagus is approximately 10 inches. Okay, so I'm going to add esophagus to this. Yeah, I'll take a different color. Esophagus is there. Then one urinary structure, that is the ureter, and you had the transverse colon was larger, it was 18 inches, and the descending colon, it is 10 inches. Descending colon, right? So again, these are a few structures that are here. So you can see 3 of these structures, they are of the GIT: esophagus, duodenum, and descending colon. So again, you can make your representative circle, and let's say the radius of the circle is 10 inches. So you're going to have 4 structures. So for your own convenience, you can make those structures. Okay, you can make the ureter, you can make the esophagus, however you want to make it. They're all basically going to be tubes. We can make the duodenum a little bit properly. Right, so this is the duodenum, and one more structure that is there is the descending colon. So I guess we should have made the descending colon here because it is descending, and you can make the duodenum here. You can show the first part, second part, third part in some way, right? So let's make it sort of like this. Yeah. So we made the duodenum, and of course you have the esophagus, right? So these are the few structures. Now there are certain structures which are smaller. There are certain structures which are smaller. So you have done 18 inches, you have done 10 inches, and now there are some structures which are about 10 centimeters. There are some structures which are about 10 centimeters, and let's quickly do those structures as well. So structures which are 10 centimeter or 4 inches long. One of them is obviously the third part of the duodenum. We just discussed the third part of the duodenum is 4 inches in length. Third part of duodenum. And I'm not making the diagram here. You guys can make it if you guys think it helps you remember. Third part of the duodenum. Then you have the trachea, right? So the esophagus, it was 10 inches, whereas the third part, the third part of the duodenum is 4 inches, and the trachea, it is going to be 4 inches. Okay, so trachea is relatively shorter because it bifurcates, right? Now 4 inches is also the length of the fallopian tube. Okay, and it's also the length of the fallopian tube. It's also the length of the common bile duct. Fallopian tube, or the uterine tubes from the ovary to the uterus, it is also the length of the common bile duct. And besides the common bile duct, 4 inches is also the length of the it is also the measurements of the pelvis. Okay, it's also part of the measurements of the pelvis. But anyways, we can skip that. And last is about after 4 inches, we are going to go to 4 centimeters. So we started with 45 centimeters or 18 inches. Then we moved on to 10 inches or 25 centimeters. Then from 10 inches, we went to 10 centimeters. And now from 10 centimeters or 4 inches, we are going to 4 centimeters. 4 centimeters pe you have a lot of structures again. Anal canal, auditory tube, right? But all of these structures are very less likely to be asked, and I don't expect you guys to remember their lengths. Even the structures which are 10 centimeters or 4 inches are also not required to be remembered. Okay, and then you can talk about structures which are 1 inch long or 2.5 centimeters in length. So your medulla, your midbrain, your pons, fourth part of the duodenum. Okay, all of these structures are going to be almost this much. Okay, so I just wanted to tell you guys about these two main structures. First, I want you to remember, and this is exclusively for those who are studying in the first prof, what are the structures which are 45 centimeters or 18 inches in length, and what are the structures which are 25 centimeters or 10 inches in length. That's all you guys can remember. Now there are a few structures whose width is greater than the length, and that is also something that the professors like to ask. So what are those structures for whom the width is greater than the length? Okay, so one of them you have very frequently heard, that is the cecum. The second structure that I want to add to that is the prostate. So cecum and prostate, these are the two structures for which the width is greater than the length. That is another point that you can remember. Okay, so that brings us to end of this short lecture of discussing the length of the various anatomical structures through various mnemonics, right? So you guys can mainly remember just to highlight this and this. Okay, so thank you so much guys for watching.
Right. So after that, I told you at the start that we have a lot of offers going on. So the first offer here is on the Iconic subscription, where if you go for the 3-year plan, you can get it for 58,500. The 2-year plan is 50,000, and the 1-year plan is 40,000. Only and only with my referral code Chetanya10. Please remember to use authentic plus referral codes. And if you take the subscription, you are not only getting access to Unacademy, but you are also going to get access to Prep Ladder. This is the NEET PG Iconic subscription. All right. Similarly, you can also go ahead and take the Plus subscription, where you only get Unacademy. But there's a great offer there where you can avail a 3+1 offer. That is, if you take the 3-month plan, you are going to get 1 month free of cost, and you can also get a 12+2 offer in this. If you take it for 1 year, we are going to give you 2 months free of cost. We have recently also introduced a 4-year subscription. The logic behind that is, first year you are going to start with your preparation, first, second, third, and at the end of the 4th year, you have to give the next examination. And as you know, very recently, the next examination, it is in the pipeline of being confirmed. We're still waiting an official notification, right? So you have 4 years. So we have introduced a 4-year subscription, keeping all of this in mind, and it's very decently priced. If you go for the Plus subscription, it's 60,000, and I would say go for the Iconic subscription, so 75,000, and you get not only Unacademy, but you are also getting Prep Ladder. And here, if you use my referral code Chetanya10, you will get a further 10% discount on this, and that is going to bring your price further down. All right, we have amazing batches on Unacademy. We've started batches for your prof exams also, not just NEET PG. If you want to prepare for your first prof, second prof, third prof, right, even for your final prof, we've started with batches. Besides that, we've started integrated clinical batches based on MCQs, dual educator sessions where we will have integrated sessions, for example, pathology, radiology, and other sessions where you will see that we are going to integrate the subjects, and that is again in accordance with the latest pattern of the next examination that is going to be there for you guys. For the NEET PG, we have a high yield revision batch which is recently started on 30th June, and we've started a batch, another batch for NEET PG on 30th of June. We have batches going on for FMGE, INI-CET, next examination, and we have an MCQ question bank of over 34,000 MCQs for you guys to practice. So what are you waiting for? Just go ahead and download the Unacademy learning application and kickstart your preparation here, right? And if you do that, you have another advantage that when you are taking the Plus subscription, with the Plus subscription, the advantage is you are not only getting access to all the offers, but we are going to give you live classroom courses, which will feel like you're just running a continuous batch, regular testing in the form of weekly tests and special tests. You will get access to structured courses, unlimited access to live and recorded classes. We have an Ask a Doubt feature, and you get access to all these features with my Plus referral code, that is Chetanya10. And that is just Unacademy Plus. And I would recommend you go for the Iconic subscription, where you are not only getting benefits of Unacademy Plus, but also for Prep Ladder, where you get the recorded video lectures, the updated question bank. We've recently launched question bank 3.0, that is there in Prep Ladder, and you will also get handwritten notes here. Okay, so this is the Plus subscription. That is everything that is there in Unacademy, and this is the Iconic subscription. That means not just the best of Unacademy, but also Prep Ladder. Okay, so that is going to be included. And for the month of July, we are having a Med scholarship test, which is on July 10th of July. It's going to be there at 8 p.m. on the Unacademy app, and you have to use my invite code Chetanya10 for this particular scholarship test. And the topic here is slides from pathology. So this is especially useful for those students who are in the second year or beyond that. And if you come first, you will get a free of cost 1-year Plus subscription. Okay. If you come second to fourth, there's a 75% scholarship. For the 5th to 9th ranks, there's a 50% scholarship. And for the 10th to 19th ranks, there's a 25% scholarship. So you can take advantage of the scholarship test that is there. And we've launched a new feature for our Plus users that is called as Raise a Hand. So you can basically interact live in the class You can ask your doubts by raising your hand. You can speak to the educators, and you can clear your doubts much more effectively. That is the best thing that is there right now in the Plus subscription. Itna interactive. No other application is going to give you such interactive learning with such quality educators. Okay. So we have a Plus course and an Iconic course, like I told you. If you go for the 4-year plan and you apply my referral code Chetanya 10, you can get this in 54,000. And if you go with the Iconic subscription, and again, if you apply my referral code here, the 4-year plan, you can get it for 67,500. So I think this is the best deal for all the students who are in the first year. And if you go ahead with the 3-year plan for Plus, it is 45,000. For Iconic, it is 58,500. 2-year plan, 36,000 here, and here it is 50,000. And the 1-year plan, you will get 2 months extra, and that will cost you 24,750. Here, the 1-year plan is for 40,500. If you want smaller plans, you can try out Plus. And if you go ahead with the 3-month plan, you will get 1 month free of cost, and that is 11,000. Always here, remember to use my referral code Chetanya 10. Okay? Kabhi kabhi kya hota hai that you are not using a referral code that is an educator referral code, and because of that, some of these offers they are not applied. So please always remember to use the right referral code, and that is also a way of telling me that you guys watched this video and that also inspired you to take a subscription. So thank you so much guys for watching. My name is Chetanya Mittal and my Plus referral code is Chetanya 10. Please remember to hit the like button for this video. Do drop a comment as to what other videos you want, and if you specifically like some part of this video. Do subscribe to our YouTube channel, Let's Crack NEET PG, and hit the bell icon for notifications. You can also subscribe to our Telegram. The Telegram channel is t.me/Unacademy NEET PG Chetanya. Or you can also subscribe to our Telegram channel, Let's Crack NEET PG, and that is there in the description itself. Also, I would like to tell you about the Bugs Bounty program. We have introduced this starting from the month of July. So if you can point out any inappropriate content in the videos, right? Be very careful. Any inappropriate content in the videos, you can claim a prize, right? And that is there. There's a form in the description using which you can be doing this. And that is there to ensure that the quality of your education is controlled by you. So do keep that in mind while watching the videos so you can take advantage of this as well. Thank you so much, guys.